I stand accused of love you too much, and I hope it's not a crime, because if it is, I'm guilty. Oh, I'm guilty of loving you. Listen, just one touch of your hand, and I find myself standing on the witness stand, shouting out, all over the land, that boy is guilty of loving you, sweet girl like you. I know you I may not stand. Oh, baby, still, let's talk about it. How to tell that I love you. All right, y'all, this your boy. I don't own the right to that music, but it's some good music. That's the Bobby Bland that's doing a version of Isaac Hayes' I Stand Accused. This is what I want to talk about today, y'all. I don't want to make nobody mad. Don't want to step on nobody's toes. As always, I represent the House of Common Sense. You got all these accusations coming out against men, powerful men with good jobs, men with got a good political career. All right, the hierarchy men got all these accusations coming out that these women have been sexually abused in some way, form, or fashion, mentally or physically. All right. Uh, it actually started in my time. Uh, something that made the big time headlines were the Anita Hill and Clarence Thomas. She's a black woman that came out and said that she was sexually harassed on the job. You know, um, but now you have a lot of white women coming out and saying that at some time, form, and fashion, they have been uh, sexually abused by a man, or he touched them inappropriately, or denied them certain privileges or opportunities because they refused to have sex with them. And this has been going on for a long time. Men have been mistreating women for a long time. Go back in history. Men have placed themselves above a woman for a long time. Okay. Now, I just want to bring your attention to what's going on here. If y'all ain't been watching, men have classified themselves to be greater than a woman. That's why they treat a woman the way they do. Can't be nothing else. I mean, use common sense now. I represent the house of common sense. Okay? See? When that man say he wants you, right? The woman's supposed to comply. That's the mindset the men's got. Okay? So, men's have been telling women, well, look, if you want this, or if you want that, or if you want to advance in this organization, I can open up some doors for you, but I need you to do this. And most of the time, it revolves around sex. I don't want to make nobody mad. Okay? The kings, back in the earlier days, all right, all of these famous kings around England and Italy and all in that area, back in the day, their daughter had to marry whoever the king wanted her to marry, whether or not she liked him or loved him or not. She was ordered to marry him. Why? Because of political, military, and financial power. And the daughter, she didn't have no say, so she had to marry who her father wanted her to marry. See, women have been taken the advantage of, and that their power, their God-given power, have been taken away from them by man. And I'm approving. Okay. A man do not have no greater power than a woman. If you want to measure the power, a woman have more power than the man. Because through her body, within her body, another human being can be created and brought to life. A man can't do that. See, men are basically telling woman that I want you regardless. Huh? And basically, all they're saying is, I want to, I just want to sleep with you. But sometime after that, there ain't nothing happening after that. So women have been struggling for thousands of years against sexual harassment. coming from the man. Because man feels in his mind that he should have authority over the woman, that he has the greatest power, that he should run things and it's going to be his way regardless. Well, God didn't set it out to be that way, and I can prove it. Women had to fight for equal rights back in the 60s because men said that even though the woman was doing the same job they were doing, and sometimes the women were doing it better, they should they should receive less pay for the same job. Anytime men has a mindset like that, they think they're better than the woman. The woman should be under them. But you use common sense. Now I ain't got that much education. I didn't go to school of psychology. Okay. See, y'all may not want to pay me no attention because I don't have a degree. All right. See, but it seems like the man have always wanted to rule over the woman. In some countries, women just started being able to drive a car because men feel as though that they should rule over a woman. Now, let's cut to the chase. Where did man get that mindset from that he should rule over the woman? All right, huh? I want y'all to think about that for a minute. Where did that mindset come from? How did he develop that concept? Huh? What gives him that authority, that that idea that it's got to be his way or the highway? If you got your Bible with me, I'll tell you where he got it from. Go with me to the third chapter of the book of Genesis. Huh? And go down to the 16th verse. And unto the woman, he said, the Lord said, huh? I will greatly multiply, huh? by sorrow. I don't know what's going on with these people on the road. Huh? And thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thou desire shall be thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. That's where they got it from. Genesis, the 3rd chapter, 16. Genesis 3:16. Huh? And he shall rule over thee. Now, this was the curse that was placed upon Adam and Eve when they found out through the serpent that they were naked. Or they felt themselves, or they had sex. Huh? They didn't have knowledge of themselves until the devil came along and hipped them to what was happening. They listened to the devil, and sure enough, the devil was telling the truth. They did become wise because they discovered that they were naked. Or they discovered that, oh, we can have sex. Okay? So, here in the 3rd chapter, God started the curse. They got cursed for partaking the fruit from the tree that was forbidden, that God had placed in the midst of the garden. Satan told him, say, ain't nothing really wrong with that tree. He said, you ain't gonna die, you ain't gonna just fall over and drop dead. So God know that when you eat from that tree, you become wise, huh? Like him. And that's sort of what happened. But Adam and Eve was punished for that. So this curse upon the woman, and there were curse upon the man and the serpent. Okay. The serpent was cursed to crawl on his stomach. Well, how was he getting around before that? Anybody know? See? And men today, a lot of ignorant religious men still blame a woman for the sins of the world. See? And they don't really Some of them don't ready to trust a woman. Others think that they should have authority over a woman. The woman have to do what they say she can or cannot do. Okay, and you find this in Christianity, especially in the AME. And a lot of bishops and elders, male bishops and elders, they don't believe in a woman pastoring a church. She can preach, but she's forbidden from pastoring a church. Why? Because she is a woman. What you base it on? Well, Jesus didn't have a. Jesus had 12 disciples. He didn't choose no for men. Okay, but Jesus also said, "Whosoever will, let him come." See, you're ignorant if you're trying to deny a woman from pastoring a church. Someone make better pastors than you do. Huh? Scripture said, "Whosoever will, let him come." Why would God discriminate against a woman from pastoring the church? And a woman is the mother of Jesus, which y'all call a God. So why would Jesus discriminate against his creator? Because Jesus came through the womb of a woman. The woman was greater than Jesus, basically, because she gave birth to Jesus. You can't be greater than your creator. So why would Jesus and his father discriminate against a woman for pastoring a church or preaching the gospel? God got a woman. Although Christianity doesn't give him a woman, but think about it. God give man a woman. Why would God give man something that he didn't have? See, when you start off wrong, you end up wrong. When you start tampering with the word of God and trying to change it around, it'll jack you up. Huh? See, the Bible gave woman the power from the beginning. When you read Adam and Eve story, woman took the power right there when she, God brought the woman to Adam, and Adam said, "This is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. Therefore, a man will leave his mother and his father and cleave to his wife." Well, that's a lot of power right there. If a woman can come along hmm, and drag you out from your mom and your daddy that done took care of you all these years and brought you up, help you to be what you trying to be, and a woman can come along and take you, that's power. I ain't got that much education. Huh? But men, along with the Bible here, took the power back in Genesis 3:16. Because men have tampered with this Bible. All right. Now I want to go. I want y'all to go with me to Genesis 1, and let's start with the. Let's start with the. Wait a minute here. Uh, let's see here. 1 and 27. Genesis 1 and 27. And it says, so God created man in his own image. And in the image of God, let me get this thing a little closer here. All right. God created man in his own image. And in the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. I need to understand that now. Huh? And God blessed them. And God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replace the earth and subdue it and have dominion over the flocks of the air, over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Right? When you understand that, man and woman was made for each other. That that that's what the this was the first creation in the book of Genesis, but it wasn't the first creation in the world because of the word replenish. Here, God did not give man dominion over the woman. He gave woman and man dominion over the world. Woman and man had equal power. He told them to go out, be fruitful, multiply, and subdue the earth. Okay? And replenish it. Mean replace the human life that was once there. See, you can believe the story about Adam and Eve if you want to, but there's a lot of questions surrounding the story of Adam and Eve. But that's a story where they came back and took the power that was given to the woman in Genesis 1 and 27. God blessed the male and the female and told them to go out, multiply, and replenish the earth. They could bump and grind. They could have sex. They knew themselves. In order for you to be fruitful and multiply, you have to know something about how to be fruitful and multiply. Huh? You bumping and grinding. Okay? That's what God told them to do. Adam and Eve, see why the story of Adam and Eve don't make sense. Adam and Eve didn't even know they were naked. See? You can't come up with some story and take the power from a woman that was given to her by God, come up with some fake story. That first creation right there, Genesis 1 and 27, God told them to go out, be fruitful, and multiply. And what? Replenish the earth. Adam and Eve didn't even know they were naked. Whatever they done, rather they had sex or find out they were naked, God punished them for knowing, having, getting that knowledge. Punish everybody. And the man should rule over the woman. Totally different from Genesis 1 and 27. Totally different from what Jesus said over there in Matthew 19. Okay? Huh? So if man think that he should rule over a woman, that means women have little or no right. And that's why they're being treated the way they're being treated. But we should rule over you. When you're ruling over somebody, they have to do what they're supposed to do what you tell them to do. If not, you got a problem. Slave master ruled over the slaves. Let me say it again. Slave master ruled over the slaves. They told the slaves what to do, when to do, it, how to do it, and how long they need to do it. Right? When somebody is ruling over you, you don't have much rights. if any. You can't really do what you want to do, what might be necessary for you to do. Okay? You're trying to move up in this company by the work that you have performed, not by laying on your back. Now, some women have laid on their back on the job and may have made it to the top. They ain't coming out and saying anything because they got what they wanted. Some of them still might tell it because now so many women are coming out. It's giving women, it's encouraging women who hadn't come out to say something. Men, men believe that a woman belongs to them, just like the white man believes that the black man belongs to him. He can do anything he wants to the black man. That the black man is his slave. So men think that they are above a woman. So a woman is supposed to do what they're told or do what they're asked and going on about the business. Till the next time. That's why men's they cut out on they wives, huh? They cut out on their wives, get caught, and want the wife to forgive them and act like they ain't nothing happened. But if the shoe was on the other foot, that woman wouldn't be nothing but a low down dirty hoe. Men's have exalted themselves above the woman. Right there, through Genesis 3 and I believe 16. Now, this thing also carried over into the New Testament. Okay? In religion, it was wrote in the New Testament that a woman should be silent in church and keep her head covered. And if she wanted to know anything, all right, she didn't have the authority to ask her spiritual leader. She's supposed to ask her husband. And I guess her husband's supposed to ask the spiritual leader if he didn't know. See, it came from the Bible into the home. Now, I know some marriages, a woman don't have no authority in the house. None. She's basically nothing but a slave. Why? Because man. feel as though he should rule over a woman. Man feels as though that a woman was made for a man. So anytime we ask you for that thing that you got between your legs, or we want to, you know, you're supposed to give it to us because actually belongs to us. God just let y'all have, but it belongs to us. That's ours. God made you for us. If you don't give me what I want, I can make things hard for you. We got Judge Kavanaugh accused of sexual groping. Okay, all right. That's when you're trying to rub yourself on a woman, try to get her clothes down. It's a form of rape. All right. Now, when you're in college, I want to close with this. When you're in college, a lot of crazy shit happening in college. You got all these damn fraternities, these little private groups and organizations going on in college, these crazy parties, these wild parties, anything liable to happen, liable to happen. So I don't doubt Miss Ford statements and her accusations of what happened. Right? Judge Kavanaugh is not going to admit it even if it did happen. That would throw a whole different spin on everything. He's not going to admit it. All right? Most men won't admit it because if you do, it just throw a different spin. Okay? You sink yourself deeper into the hole than what you already are. They got a lot of men on sexual harassment charges. Weinstein, okay? I mean, Charlie Rose never thought that would happen. Charlie Rose, right? I mean, they put Bill Cosby in jail. You know, President Trump, same accusation. Women came out and said they were sexually harassed by our president, Donald Trump. Um, why? Why? Why are men harassing women? Where to get that? Where to get that mindset that they can just do a woman any kind of way and she's supposed to accept it? Got it right here from the Bible. Genesis 3:16 made you a slave. Totally different from Genesis 1:27. I got to rock with Genesis 1:27. Okay? Jesus said over in Matthew 19 that before you become married, you are two. He said, but once you become married, you're one. That means you have equal power. Equal power. Equal power. Okay? Over there in Genesis 1:27, God, God gives man and woman dominion, not just the man. You don't have no power over the woman. As men, we don't have the power over the woman. As a matter of fact, the woman might have power over us. The woman is God. She's the creator. You came through your mother's womb. Are you greater than your mother? Man, we're going to have to respect our women, man. Treat them like who they are, a queen. We're going to have to stop abusing our women. Gotcha. And then some of your women's got to stop being so picky and so money hungry. Let me close with this. Some of y'all just money hungry. Okay? You don't let this thing burn inside of your soul for 20 years. You kept it for a secret that long. Why bring it out now? What's your motive for bringing it out? Because you know this would hurt him? Huh? Why go back to a man's house over and over again after he done sexually abused you? Why keep going back to his house? But anytime you sexually assault a woman as a man, you're wrong. So it makes no difference how long it takes the woman to come out with it. If you did it, if you're guilty of it, you was wrong. All right. Some women's they, some women don't. Some women's been sexually harassed. They don't even talk about it. They chalk it up as a lesson learned, and they're going about the business. Okay. Some men's too. See, not only women are being sexually harassed by men, women are also being sexually harassed by women nowadays. Okay. That's gonna start coming out. Okay. Also, men are being sexually harassed by men, or they've been denied certain privileges, or certain positions, or certain deals. Okay. So this homosexual shit is spreading too. But anytime you do a person like that, it's wrong. It's wrong. So when you start seeing this come out on the high end, on high level people, people in government, people in high positions, you have to wonder what's going on down under that. Huh? And all of it comes from this mindset that man given have given himself that he is better than the woman, which is the farthest thing from the truth. And as long as we have men have this mindset that we are greater than a woman, we'll always treat the woman as being less. So right now, the woman, the black woman, and the white woman is being treated like whites treating blacks. Thank you for listening, and be blessed.